When you hear the word hijab, what do you think of? A symbol of faith? A political statement? Or maybe something completely foreign to you? Wherever you stand, today I want to invite you into my world, into the reality of wearing the hijab, what it truly brings me, and most importantly, the things no one never talks about. This is not a story about rules or expectations. It's about choice, identity, and the journey of embracing something that is both deeply personal and incredibly visible. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's talk. Assalamu alaikum, my dear brothers and sisters. My journey with the hijab didn't start out perfect. It rarely does for anyone. I remember the first time I wore it outside. I was nervous and I could feel every single glance around me. Was I imagining it? Probably not. The thing is, wearing the hijab in public for the first time feels like you're stepping into a spotlight, except you didn't ask to be on stage. And I won't lie, it was uncomfortable. I questioned myself 1,000 times that day. Was I ready? Do I look strange? Would people treat me differently? But as time passed, something shifted. I started to feel proud. I started to understand what the stares weren't just judgment. Some of them were curiosity, others were admiration, and some there were just blank stares I was overanalyzed. It's funny how much power we give to what other people might think. No one tells you that the biggest battle you'll face with the hijab is the one inside your own mind. Over time, I realized that wearing the hijab wasn't just about covering my hair, it was about unveiling my strength, my resilience, and my unwavering commitment to my beliefs. The hijab isn't just about what you cover. It's about what you uncover within yourself. Wearing it forced me to confront my insecurities. Would people still think that I'm beautiful? Would I still fit in? Would I be treated differently at work, at school, in public spaces? Here's what I discovered. The hijab stripped away all the external noise and made me focus on who I really am. It taught me confidence, not the kinds that comes from how you look, but the kind that comes from knowing your worth. No one's tell you that the hijab makes you reflect on your character, your behavior, and your intentions. It's like carrying a mirror with you every day, reminding you to be your best self, not for others, but for God and for yourself. And in that journey or self-discovery, I found a sense of peace I never expected. Let's address the most common misconception, that the hijab is forced, oppressive, or something women are pressured into. For some women in the world, that may sadly be true, but for many of us, the hijab is a choice. My choice. What people don't see is the beauty of that choice. The strength it takes to say, this is who I am, and I am not afraid to show it. The hijab isn't about hiding, it's about empowerment. But there's another side to this, the challenges. Wearing the hijab can sometimes make you a target. People assume things about you without even speaking to you. You get questioned like, do you sleep with it on? Or aren't you hot in that? And then there are the rude comments, the ones you don't forget. The one no one warns you about that. But here's the thing. Every time someone misunderstands or questions me, it gives me an opportunity to educate, to change perception, to show them that the hijab is not a barrier, it's a bridge. And with every interaction, I get the chance to break another stereotype and open another mind. There is so much about the hijab that people never talk about. Like the morning when you're rushing and your scarf just won't sit right. Or the day when you're tired and you question why you even bother. But then there are the moments of pure joy. The compliments from other hijabi women. I love your scarf. Or that color looks amazing on you. The sense of sisterhood that comes from a simple nod or a smile from a stranger wearing the same symbol of faith. Or not. Because sometimes there are just like women who doesn't wear the hijab who are just like so kind with you. And it's so amazing. And then there's the spiritual side. No one tells you how the hijab changed your relationship with God. It's not just an act of worship, it's a constant reminder. A reminder to be kind, to be humble, to carry yourself with dignity. It's not just about what's on your head, it's about what's in your heart. It keeps you grounded, centered, and aware of your purpose in ways you never anticipated. So, what does the hijab bring me? It brings me clarity. In a world obsessed with appearances, it allows me to focus on what truly matters. It brings me strength. Every time I walk into a room wearing it, I feel like I'm carrying my beliefs with pride. But most importantly, it brings me peace. The kind of peace that comes from knowing you're living in alignment with your values. The kind of peace that reminds you that you don't have to conform to anyone's expectations, but your own. There are hard days. Of course, days when I feel out of place, days when I wonder if life would be easier without it. But then I remember why I started, and every time I choose it again. Because the hijab is more than just a piece of fabric. It's a symbol of faith, strength, and identity. To those who wear the hijab, I want you to know that you're not alone. We all have our struggles, our moment of doubt. Your hijab is your story. Own it. And to those who don't wear it or don't understand it, I hope this video has given you a new perspective. The hijab isn't just about religion, it's about resilience, freedom, and choice. So the next time you see a woman wearing it, don't assume. Ask, listen, and learn. The hijab is part of who I am, but it doesn't define me entirely. It's one piece of much bigger puzzle, a puzzle that includes my dreams, my struggles, and my voice. Thank you for listening to my story. If you have questions, thoughts, or even your own experiences to share, I would love to read them in the comments. Let's keep this conversation going because understanding starts with dialogue.